Hey y'all, welcome to my food blog, Purple Ribbon Kitchen. I hope y'all are staying safe out there. I know we're all in quarantine. You can see I'm wearing my mask, but since I'm in my kitchen today and I'm just around my family, I'm just gonna take it off. Whew! When you're out in public, please help keep high-risk people like me safe by wearing masks. Thank you. So the recipe that we're gonna do today is homemade Kit Kat bars. This recipe is very easy and simple to do. The ingredients you will need are coconut oil, chocolate or candy melts. I personally like to use purple candy melts, but I don't have any right now because we're in quarantine and I have not left the house for over 1 month. You are going to need plain wafer bars, but they all do also come in different flavors like vanilla, chocolate, and strawberry. So if you want to play around with your different flavors, you can. But you can also use things like pretzels, like Ritz Bits bites, Nutter Butter bites, just plain old crackers. Just go crazy. And you will also need a plastic fork and a baking sheet lined with parchment paper. But if you don't have coconut oil, that's okay. Now, I will say, one trick I've learned, if you are making this recipe for like a big party or you're making a big batch of it, you can use a mini crock pot like I have here, and that helps keep the chocolate or the candy melt stay warm. As you can see here, I used just some leftover candy melts that I had in my pantry, just all mixed together, and they just turn one color. And I'm just gonna heat them up in the microwave for about 10 seconds maybe. Okay, now that our chocolate is hot, we need to prep our wafer bars. Well, actually, let me rewind for a second. Before you prep your wafer bars, you need to add a little bit of coconut oil to your chocolate, and what that does is it helps the chocolate stay smooth and silky, I guess. Yeah, so now we're gonna prep our wafer bars. Now, when you cut these in half, you gotta be careful because they will break very easily. Okay, just backtracking for a second. I like to cut my wafer cookies in half for smaller bite-sized pieces because that's more a really good serving suggestion. But if you don't want to do that, you don't have to. Now, remember that plastic fork we mentioned earlier? This is where that comes into play. What you're going to do is you're going to break off the 2 inside points of the fork, okay? And you're going to take one little wafer cookie and just drop it into the bowl of chocolate. And take your fork and make sure the top of the cookie is covered. And then put your fork under the cookie and just look at all that excess dripping off of that cookie. Just look at it. Does that not look delicious? And to get more excess off, what you can do is tap the fork on the side of the bowl. And then you're going to slide it onto your baking sheet. Now that you have all your bars covered in chocolate, you are going to put them in the fridge for about minimum 30 minutes. And what that does is that it helps the chocolate harden. And now you have a perfectly good Kit Kat bar. Mmm. Mmm. Thanks for joining me in my kitchen today. Hope y'all are staying safe out there, and don't forget to wear your masks out in public to keep people like me safe. Thanks for joining, and if you have any questions, leave a comment down below or just give me a call.